Hey, what's going on, YouTube family? Hope you guys are all doing well. By the time you see this, it might be New Year's, it might not be New Year's, but if so, Happy New Year's wherever you're coming from. And I wanted to start your time off with this taper. As you guys can see, I'm trying to section everything off right now and just split the hair where I want to taper and remove all this weight from. First things first, make sure you're always cleaning out your clippers, and then I'm going to go ahead and move right over to a clipper comb. I like using this extra wide comb so I can definitely clear out more space at a time and clear out more weight from the area that I'm going to be working on. But I usually like to scoop out the hair. I turn my comb to a slightly turn so that it's not flat to the head, and I start removing all the weight from there. I start the taper in the back of the head all the time, never on the side for some reason. I guess I like to clear the more space out faster than anything. But starting off, I usually start with an open blade. I never balled out in the back right away. I work from the top of the nape all the way to the bottom and just start working my way down. But usually open blade, I go ahead and attach a 0.5 guard on there and start doing a little bit of clipper over comb and using my comb to scoop out the back as well. Following over to the side of the taper, I go ahead and ball that out. I make a hard line on there and follow through with the foil shaver. Definitely I like to take it to the skin on the sides right away. And one thing that you'll notice about me is that I'm a big fan of clipper over comb, and the reason I like to do that is because it helps me skip guards. I don't like using so many guards at a time. I think that using guards is definitely efficient for some people, but for me, I like using guards once in a while, but clipper over comb makes my work a lot faster. So I went ahead and tapered that side out. So now that side taper is done, I usually like to go ahead and start lining one side up so I can start seeing what it's looking like. Right now I'm using my limited effects collection, the Babyless Pro. If you guys haven't got a chance to check these out, this graphite blade hits like no other. This right here is definitely out the box, so check them out. It's one of my favorite collections right now because of the whole battery switch up. You know, you can have multiple tools and just switch up from clippers to trimmer to your foil shaver. But I definitely went around the ear, clear a little white wall. I enjoy a small little white wall, and that's pretty much just me raising it up a little bit over the ear. It makes a big difference, but be sure to not go too deep because when it grows in, it doesn't look the best. But always focus on having some sharp lines and just make sure that it all looks clean at the end of the day. Doesn't matter what your style is, just make sure that it's looking real clean for sure. The next few steps is pretty much just me going over the same process. I'm going to give you guys a small little rundown of exactly what I did. I started out balding it out, making a small hard line. Then I went ahead and used the foil shaver and started just pretty much blending that taper from the top to the bottom. I usually, like I said earlier, I use a 0.5 all the way open, and I start working my way all the way up and down, and then just a little bit clipper over comb. And like I said previously, clipper over comb is one of my favorite to do. So we're just, going back. Now we're gonna start prepping the hair and prepping the hair for a nice sharp front lineup. And I spray a little bit of hairspray on there, and then just combing down those front hairs, making sure that those front hairs are nice and still, and working my way from the front to the right. And that's usually just the way I go about it because that's my strong side. So front to the right, and then the middle back to the middle again, and then to the left. Whatever you feel your strong side is, I suggest you start working that way. Like I said, I usually do from the middle to the right and then go right back to the middle and to the left over. Alright, now this is one of my favorite parts here, and I think every barber can definitely co-sign on this. The straight razor. If you're not using a straight razor, are you really finishing up that haircut? I like to use my straight razor and have exposed blade If you guys see my blades hanging out a little bit, I definitely enjoy using it that way because I can see exactly where I'm going, using the tip to lead and always stretching the skin the opposite direction that I'll be shaving. And just in case anyone is wondering, I'm using the Artist Club razor, the holder. This is the one that doesn't have the handle. I definitely enjoy one without a handle because I feel more free. I feel like I'm actually using like a pencil when I'm edging everyone up. Now to the fun part. This is probably one of my favorite parts of the haircut aside from the straight razor work. I really enjoy shear work, and this is one of the things that I like to focus on because, you know, a lot of barbers would run a guard through this hair, and that's just not my thing. You know, I feel like you can be more custom when using your shears, and that's just one of the things that I will always go to is shear work over running a guard to the top of someone's long curly hair. So I mist it down first, and I use a little bit of a wide tooth comb here, as you guys can see, because the hair is thick. Curly hair is a little bit thicker. So I made that middle section and then set my guideline right away, and set that guideline, and I go right over, start rocking right all the way down to the back, and right away I go ahead and start extending the hair, making sure that, because with curly hair you want to make sure that you get a good tight tension on the hair and get a good extension on it, because curly hair will tighten up on you and it will be very uneven if you're not getting that good pull. So make sure that you're combing the hair through, make sure that you're getting those sections nice and tight, and work your way from the middle all the way to the back. Okay, so there I shared some shear work with you guys. Now that all that shear work is completely done, I go ahead and start prepping the hair so that I can start styling it. I'm using some grooming spray by Statement to be exact. I definitely love the way this smells and the way it makes the hair nice and curly. So I spray this and then get right to my blow dryer. And I don't use a brush in this part of the haircut because I like to keep the curls popping. So I feel like if I use a brush, I'm going to extend the curls, and I definitely don't want to use that. So I'm just running my fingers through the haircut and just shaking it all up, making sure that the hair is falling right exactly where I want it to be. I'm going through it, making sure that I don't have any extra long pieces of hair. And right now it's looking real good. You know, I just start running my fingers through it and just start styling it, and you know, I think it's definitely looking good. The curls are popping, the hair, everything is starting to look real good. So there's not really much else I want to do to it. Yeah, I'm real happy with the way this cut came out. Everything looks nice and even, just kind of tucking everything in, and you know, just making sure that the hair looks good and everything looks nice in place. Now that I'm real happy with the finished product, I'm gonna go ahead and add a little bit of hairspray on there just to kind of like lock everything down, you know, for the style, make sure that final look looks good. And yeah, he's smiling, he's enjoying that cut, he's definitely, you know, happy with it, and I really enjoy it, you know. So let me know what you guys think about it. Let me know if you guys like this cut. Adding a little bit of sauce right there. Ooh, look at that, 2 cuts in your eyebrows, trying to wild out. Yeah, add a little extra touch to the haircut, you know, clean him up. He looking fresh. I definitely enjoy this cut right here. Anything extra hair, anything extra leaning, I'm gonna go ahead and clean it up. And thank you guys so much for staying to the end of the video. If you guys enjoyed this, please like, subscribe, and share this with a friend. Tell a friend to tell a friend. Thank you so much.